So I've got 110 grams of my 1-to-1 resin. I have already been mixing it for just over a minute before I switched my camera on. And I've got an orange alcohol ink and a yellow alcohol ink. And I've got some white pigment paste. And I'm made sure that my mold is nice and level. So I'm going to stir for a full 5 minutes. It's absolutely worth it. I know it's a bit of a pain, but really you want to get your A and your B so nicely mixed together. You don't want any streaks whatsoever in your mixture. So hello everybody, a massive welcome. It's Janice here. Thank you for watching, and for anyone that's new, massive welcome. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. It does help the channel. And so before I go any further, I just want to apologize for the lighting in this video. It's a bit up and down. I'm not in my own home at the moment. I'm actually down right close to the ocean. I'm looking after my son's animals while he's away. So, yeah, I haven't got my usual stuff that I have in my own craft room. So, I am sorry. I have tried to sort of adjust the lighting a little bit, but just bear with me for the next few videos while I am doing it here. So my 5 minutes is up, and I actually switched the camera off now, and I went and I made some tea. So when you look at my clock now, you're going to see 9 minutes. 9 minutes has passed. I let my resin stand. Now what I normally do, so up to now it's been standing for 9 minutes. And I'm going to just do my pigment paste as well now. So I've put 2 tiny drops of the white, the ocean white pigment paste into a little cup, and I've added about 20 grams of my clear resin that I've mixed, and I'm going to put this into a piping bag, and I'm going to just leave it aside as well and just monitor it. Okay, so what's happened now is, because I'm down at the coast, the temperature is totally different. It is so hot, so humid. I mean, I don't know if you can hear it, but in the background there's air conditioners going. Now, I live about 20 minutes inland from the ocean, and it's quite mountainous where I am, and the temperature difference is quite, it's quite big. I mean, I'm still sleeping under duvets at night. The temperature cools down a lot, whereas here you honestly sleep under a sheet with an air conditioner on. So the time that I've let my resin stand has changed totally. I've really had to readjust since coming here. So where I used to let my resin at home stand for 18 minutes, and I knew that it would heat up perfectly to make a bloom, I've had to really sort of feel things out again. So on some really hot days, I've actually let my resin stand for 12, 13 minutes. This time I'm letting my resin stand for 16 minutes. It's a little bit of a cooler day, so I'm going to let it stand for 60 minutes. I want it to heat up, and I want it to get a little bit thicker, but you don't want to take it too far over that it starts curing. So I did find that for this bloom, I timed it just right. But what I'm trying to actually show you is that everyone is different wherever you stay in the world. You know, some parts of the world is in winter now. We're in summer in South Africa. So you've got to adjust to your climate, your craft room. Do you have a heater in your craft room? You've just got to test and find out what is the good amount of time to let your resin stand if you're wanting to do a bloom. So I've poured my resin. It was 16 minutes that I let it stand. I've poured it into my mold. I was just removing any little air bubbles there. And so what happens is my resin had heated up. And because my mold is a bigger surface, when I pour my resin into my mold, it starts cooling down and it causes it to contract towards the center. And that's what you want. So I'm putting my alcohol inks in. That gorgeous orange. And I'm just going to use a little bit of the yellow. And let it kind of just give it a few seconds to blend in to one another. And then I just put a little dot in the middle. And then I just did a tiny amount of blending with my silicone pen in the center there. And that was it. So I've taken now my piping bag. I cut just a tiny bit of the tip off. And I'm just going to do random designs. Try different designs. You never know what you're going to get. And you'll see that as I'm doing that, these little sections, especially when you start, is a blob. Now those blobs will sink. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my silicone pen again. You can use a little stick. And I'm pulling those blobs out. So that you're thinning that pigment paste. Because pigment paste is heavier. It's quite heavy, so it does sink. So just pull the blobs out. I think there were one or two that I did miss that you'll see in the end result. But try different designs. You're going to get a different type of bloom. So this is the next day. And it's cured. So I've got another 110 grams of resin that I've mixed. I have already pre-mixed it. It does look like it's pale, kind of see-through green, but it's not. It's just I use my little cups over and over again, and the last lot of resin I used was that color, but it's cured, so it's pure crystal clear resin that's in there, and I've added a little bit of blue and a tiny bit of black just to get a darker blue. And that I'm going to pour over my bloom, and that will be the back of my coaster. So there were a lot of air bubbles in there, and I just took my heat gun and used my heat gun to pop the bubbles, and I covered and I left it overnight to cure. And so this was the following day. It's nicely cured. I demolded it, and I was actually quite happy. I think it was quite pretty. There was one or two tiny little blobs, but it doesn't really detract. So thank you so much for watching, and any questions, comments, please leave them in the comment section below. And also just another quick reminder, I have opened a brand new Facebook group. Please go over and join. It'd be amazing to kind of just integrate with you all on a more sort of personal level. So I'll pin that link on the top of the comment section as well. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.